you expect this? Does it surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me at all. It's kind of what I expected. It's kind of who I am and what I'm trying to achieve in my life. So, no doubt.
I know there's a myriad of things, but what's kind of enabled you to have this role so early?
I mean, I just came in, worked hard, put my head down. I know what I wanted to do. And I just came in here, worked hard, watched extra film, did extra work after practice, and compete hard every day in practice.
The defense from the Oregon game until now, how would you describe the changes and just how much better you guys are playing?
Obviously, we're playing way better, blowing out teams, limiting them to lower points, and I just feel like we're just out there having fun and not too much communication. We're just out there playing defense, playing what we love.
Denzel,
oh, it's cool. He's a hell of a coach. When I came in, he showed nothing but love. He's one hell of a coach.
What kind of distinguishes him from other coaches?
He's really good schematically wise. He's a good teacher. He knows how to teach us stuff really well, and he knows how to get his point across.
Denzel, as confident as you are, I would imagine that the chance to play against somebody like Jahan Dotson probably has got you pretty excited this week. Is that fair?
It's something I'm looking forward to. Just want to go out there with my team, get the dub, and just ball out, man.
How does the preparation change at all if you're getting ready for someone who can do what maybe he can do?
Doesn't change at all. We're just going to stick to what we do, trust our coaches and what they want us to do, just go out there and play hard.
What impresses you about him when you watch film as you're being ready this week? What impresses you about Dotson?
He's a pretty good receiver. Nothing I can't handle though.
But Denzel, on that subject, earlier in the season you were telling us that because of who you practice against, that your confidence is high because if you can guard them, you feel like you can guard pretty much anybody that's out there. How do you apply that though? Because obviously everybody's got different skill sets. So how do you change that week to week when you get ready for a guy like Dotson? Is there something that you go through as a player to adjust the strength of that particular?
Honestly, really not that much adjusting. You just got to go out there and trust your technique, trust what you've been playing. And again, I guard the best in the nation. So like, honestly, just apply what I do with them, just apply with him, and their receiving core, and just do my thing.
So it looks like you're getting more and more lonely out there the more you play. I mean, you didn't get a lot of. I don't think you got a lot of tests on Saturday night. Let's put it that way. Is that an indicator that you're doing your job well? How would you describe it?
I would hope so. I guess teams are starting to respect me a little more. At the same time, I really do want them to test me. You know, if they don't, they don't.
Yeah. What have you learned most about the college game over the last 6-7 games? What is a lesson you didn't know about it that you know now?
Honestly, the physicality. A lot of stronger dudes coming out. Pretty good blockers. Fast pace too. And
Another thing, what is the biggest change y'all made defensively that's made the difference over the last several weeks from the first two?
I would say us just coming together as a unit and just trusting the process, trusting the changes, and just trust what our coaches give us, and just go out there and ball, and play what God gifted us.
On that note,
where do you feel you made the biggest strides as a player? You mentioned the strength you play at the college level. Do you feel there's something you're doing better now than you're doing week 1, week 2?
Yeah, honestly, just locking in on every rep, on every drive, not getting lackadaisical, not getting lazy when they're not coming my way. Just try to stay locked in every play.
Since like Tim was asking about the how different you feel like you might be playing, is there something structurally that allows you to play more freely, more naturally? You know, instead of like trying to overthink or overcompute. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like you're playing more as athletes?
Yeah, no doubt. Especially with the change after the Oregon game, a lot of changes just helps us play freely. So yeah.
Like what change? Give me an example of a change y'all made.
I wish I could.
Well, you went to the two high safety look a lot. I mean, that seemed to change some of the scheme the way y'all were playing in the backside.
As you can see, we go from like a lot of 2 high to 1 high, switch it up a lot, disguises, stuff like that.
And that seemed to kind of help you guys out. You know, you had four straight games, not only an interception but a pick 6. Unfortunately, it didn't happen this past weekend. Does that kind of, make you kind of go, man, something happened? I mean, obviously you guys played great and only allowed 7 points, but.
Nah, I just learned from my mom. Just let the game come to me, man. So when it do, just make it happen.
How would you describe your game, Denzel?
Me? I never have been asked that question before. Really technical, physical, I like to talk a little mess sometimes, and I just want to always be in your face. That's about it.
Denzel, you're always talking about practicing against Ohio State's offense gets you better. And given they're number one in total offense, scoring offense, and given the way you play, you still see areas where that offense can improve, even though they're number one. Where can they improve?
I mean, that's a question you got to ask our offensive guy for. I'm just out there playing against them, practicing hard. Yeah.
Do you sense that defenses or offenses, wide receivers, quarterbacks are giving you more respect now than maybe any true freshmen go at them? Now, okay, we've seen enough, maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
And what's that feeling like? Again, you said, you're like the target award is for the action, but it's a sign of respect, right?
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, it just kind of humbles me, you know. At the same time, it makes me want to go harder. And every time, it's just locked in on every play. So, yeah.
You
Last
mentioned
question right here.
you mentioned the way that you described yourself as, you know, talking a little mess, physical, technical. Is that something that you've seen on the other side of the line up to this point in terms of receivers, or do you expect to see that more as the season goes on? Or?
As more season comes on. So that, but yeah, no.
By the way, your pick six, it looked like, from a novice watching it, when I was watching it looked like it was a great example of discipline, of staying where you were supposed to stay in a little float back and stuff. Is that a lesson learned too, that things can sometimes just come to you?
Oh yeah, we were playing cover 2 on that play.
Yeah.
And I got the flat, obviously, so just kind of rerouted him, kind of squeezed it a little bit. Saw the QB kind of throw a little high, just right there to the crib.